Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, and welcome back to Journey into the Present, Episode 5, Accepting the Serenity That Comes with Presence. As I begin to wind down the lessons I've learned into my journey into living more presently, this last one was one of the most profound, life-changing, and amazing ones that I've learned, and I'd like to share it with you. Due to my continued journey to the present, there are still days to this very day that occasionally I can't believe what I experience relative to my past. And I found that true internal peace cannot be bought, it can't be bargained for, it can't be won on a battlefield or bestowed. It is a state of being that lives within all of us, if only we will allow the state of being to surface. For those of you who have seen the first 4 episodes, you know that I have shared some of the origins of my non-present thinking. I've shared the catalytic event that ultimately sent me down the path of presence. And for nearly a half a century, I have always felt that life was just difficult, and the feelings of anxiety that I constantly felt were just the cost of being. So as I began to live more presently, I noticed immediately that anxiety began to wane. That was quickly replaced by a different feeling that I suspect many of you can relate to. And that's the feeling of, this is too good to be true, or this isn't going to last. You get that feeling sometimes when things are just going maybe a little too well for you. And as I reflected on my journey to share with you all, something amazing became clear to me that I had not recognized prior. I consistently had the feeling that things were too good for me, but the reality of my situation could have easily been interpreted as far more negative. Allow me to explain. During the middle of 2023, when presence was becoming very prominent in my life, a few things were happening in the background. The divorce that I had reached 4 separate agreements on, each one had been withdrawn. So that meant I had to file. And filing costs a whole lot more money, time, effort, and energy. So that was going to drag out. Number 2, unlike 2022, which was one of the best years I've had in my career, 2023 was not shaping up the same way. There was a very real possibility that we were going to miss our goals, and in many cases, we were definitely going to miss our goals because we faced a number of challenges. A great deal of effort was being put in, but some of the challenges that we faced, we weren't able to overcome. And while I was balancing all of those things, I was still getting used to being a single parent, which is basically doing everything you do before, except now it's just you. And so while all these different adjustments took place, I could say it differently. My life had gotten significantly more difficult. But my thinking throughout that entire period of time was, life is good. I'm healthy. I can be here for my kids. And I made 0 excuses at work. 1 foot in front of the other every single day. My entire life had changed and been turned upside down. And my mindset was genuinely, this is too good to be true. Now, no, I wasn't high, for those of you thinking that. Remember, no drugs required. I only needed 2 pills in 2023, and that was in early 23. So I share these specific details with you so it can become clear to you as it became clear to me. Life is always going to have its challenges. It's going to have its troubles, and it's going to have its pains. But when you truly live with gratitude and transform your mind to present thinking, you can accept the serenity that comes with presence, regardless of what is occurring. Why? Because this is all we have. Remember, tomorrow never comes. There is only the now, and finding and seeing the peace that comes with presence can aid you throughout the most difficult of times. Now, I'm certainly not perfect. I slip back into non-present thinking quite often. But when you make the choice to live your life differently and to do so consciously, the peace you will experience is nearly indescribable. So acceptance of that serenity, of that peace, as you continue to live more presently, can be one of the more difficult things. But when you take a little bit of time to reflect, again, not live in the past, but just do some reflection, what you will find, hopefully, is what I found, which is a peace that is going to be hard for you to describe. And it's the peace that the presence offers you. I hope you'll join us on our last episode of Journey into the Present. But until then, stay present, y'all. Good morning.